Hi, my name is Jade Richardson, and the organization I was placed with is the Salvation Army. The Salvation Army was started in 1865 by William and Catherine Booth. They withdrew from their church to preach to the homeless, the hungry, the poor, and to train evangelists. And among the first people who did convert to Christianity and preach their testimonies on the streets were thieves, prostitutes, drunks, gamblers. And because of these people preaching their testimonies, over 250,000 people converted into Christianity within the span of 4 years in 9 different countries. The name the Salvation Army started in 1878 after William Booth saw an advertisement or a praise, as you would say, in a newspaper about his organization, that it was a Christian army. So he started the Salvation Army. The agency exists in order to preach the gospel of Jesus Christ and to help those in need in his name without discrimination. The population that it serves is anyone in need. It is disaster survivors, hungry, poverty, uneducated, LGBT community, people who need shelter, fighting human trafficking, stopping domestic abuse. It's there to help equip families, teach children, empower artists, assist unemployment, combat addiction, help the elderly, the veterans. And since the Salvation Army was started in 1865, 25 million people have been helped in 128 different countries. The Salvation Army is funded mainly on donations. However, there is some federal and state funding. I believe there could be more funding in order to better serve the community and more sufficiently help. The root causes of the problems the Salvation Army believes is due to mental health issues, substance abuse, and inherited poverty from generation to generation. When I first started, I did have preconceptions about it. I thought that the profit that the store made from the donations went mainly to the employees, the CEO's salary, people in charge, and I believed that it was more of a store that the homeless and poverty shopped at because it was cheaper and they could afford it. I didn't realize that it was a store anyone could shop at, and the donations that people gave to the store is what was running the whole place. That's all the merchandise is donations. And when someone buys that merchandise, the money goes directly to help the homeless and shelter them, feed them. I came out with a different outlook on my community. I did not realize there were so many people that wanted to help, so many people that donated, so many people volunteered. And I also, on the other side of things, didn't realize there were people in our community that really needed the assistance, because a lot of people aren't going to talk about things like that. But it's true, there is a lot of need in our community. There's need for assistance in schooling, money, food, and the Salvation Army helps to equip these people with that. Something I thought was unique about the Salvation Army was the CEO's salary. He runs a $2 billion organization and only receives $13,000 a year, plus his housing. And that is the lowest of all charities. He has the lowest salary of the CEOs. 82 cents to every dollar goes to those people in need directly. The first day I was there, my assistant manager was telling me this. She was telling me the CEO's salary and about donations, how it's fully funded on donations. And it was just amazing to see how much love those people had and how much they wanted to care for our community. I got to help in almost every department. I got to price things, I got to straighten the floor, help customers, I got to organize donations, interact with the people who were donating, interact with people who were buying the merchandise, and I got to talk to some volunteers who had been volunteering for 4 and 5 years every week, almost every day, just because they loved it. They loved being able to help in this improvement in our community. Honestly, I wouldn't change anything about this organization. I love their mission. I think it's wonderful what they stand for, and it's all for a good cause, and it's all to better our community, and well, not just our community, our world, where they are serving in 128 different countries. The only thing that I believe could further improve to better helping our community and our world would be having more funding to do that sufficiently. But overall, I really enjoyed this experience, and I'm really glad I had this opportunity.